welcome you to the world's motherfuckers greatest podcast in the world. We're back. Solo Dolo Blicky. In your head top.
Yes, Charles.
Hazy thought I want to start with.
Yes. I had those all day today. No, for real, I had shit.
I think the one that is me is that people think far too highly of themselves. Far too highly of themselves.
High five.
Oh yeah.
Little entitlement.
Yeah. We're all like no person, and when I mean person, I wholeheartedly believe this. No person is that special. Like we're all humans, and at the end of the day, like three things are going to happen to all of us. We're going to be born, we're going to live, we're going to die. Like I know I've probably done this many a times, but it's just like it's really hitting home. It's just like, buddy, you're not that important. Like no matter how important you think you are, scale it down a notch. Like just go from wherever
that is,
and then bring it down.
back
It's just like I've been seeing too many people assume that like they, when I mean they, like their person matters more. It's just like,
ma'am, sir.
It's like no one really cares. Like,
sure.
do people? I'm sure people are nosy. I'm sure people are minding your business. I'm sure people are doing all of that. But like, it doesn't matter. Like,
do they really care?
Do they really care, or is it something for them to do?
Yeah.
Like, I'm getting to the point where all human behavior, I have to like psychoanalyze it, because it's just like you really thought that like you doing that, like that person not holding the door for you or some sort. It's like no, like that person was just like having a rough day. They're trying to go and they forgot to hold the door.
And they didn't think about you in the moment.
They don't even give a fuck that you exist. And I'm
probably didn't even know that you existed while you're airing said grievance.
And I'm just like, I don't know, for some reason, like the last couple of weeks or so, like I've just really been like, nobody, like, why do y'all think we care so much? Like, I think I was talking about the Chappelle. I haven't seen the Chappelle.
I haven't seen it either.
He's the only one who has. Shout out to him. And the truth is, the matter is, it's like, why do y'all care what Dave Chappelle says? Like no funny shit. At the end of the day, I like Dave Chappelle. I'm not even going to sit up here and front like I like Dave Chappelle, but there's nothing Dave Chappelle.
And I think he addresses the right issues.
I don't even care about that, but there's nothing Dave Chappelle could say that would move me to care about anything, because it's Dave Chappelle. Like who sat up and was like, yeah, man, that nigga Dave Chappelle got some great insight about. It's like,
but that's what we are today, Charles.
That's my problem. Like why are you doing, like Dave Chappelle's a comedian. He make jokes. He's funny. I know one of our good friends, Bab. He's a comedian. He make jokes. I talk to Bab about like real life things because I know he
cares about.
Not even that he knows, but he has thought about these things. I don't know David Chappelle like that. Yeah. So maybe I'm not gonna sit up here and say David Chappelle hasn't. Maybe he has, but I know Bab has. So like, for example, we were talking about the what was the papers? Not the Pandora papers.
Shit.
Let me just Google. I don't Google enough while we're doing this episode. While we're doing these episodes, it's just like just Google.
It's slightly time consuming. We don't want to take up too much of y'all time.
I was thinking we might need a guy to do that though. Maybe like a fact check.
Okay, so yeah, they were. So I think
that was your job.
The Pandora papers. I think the first one were called something else. But like with the Pandora papers, like me and him were discussing them, and like Bab knows, like he knows what he knows about that. So if he did like a stand up about it, I would like I know
I don't even know what the fuck the Pandora papers are.
Just financial leaks of heads of states across the world.
Like tax returns and shit? Or
like offshore accounts type shit. Yeah. It's Fat Man. Listen, Anton was super on it. I didn't mean to blow up niggas Fat Man. I didn't blow up personal, but like he was like I was actually talking to him about Twitter about it, like how like yo, I seen him talk about it first. Yeah, well I seen him talk about it first and I was kinda like, oh, boom, boom. So I was kind of following the story because of some initial things he had tweeted.
Now I seen like the reports and shit on the news and like on the Apple News and all that, but they didn't call it Pandora Papers though.
Yeah, so like that's what I'm saying. Like Bab had like he knew about the prequels.
Heads of state and shit.
He knew about the prequel papers. Like he had good insight.
For sure.
But like, if he made a joke about
this
it,
shit for like the last 2 years though.
Nah, this
joints
is
came out
part
in 2007.
two.
Yeah, I'm saying like
This is
I
part
was like
two.
he knew about the 2017 joints, and this is like I've lived with Bap. He's
That's
old.
why I said what I said. I was like, this is like the second time they was doing this shit though.
Yeah, like he's a very
been
knowledgeable
ongoing.
person,
Yeah.
but he's a
No, for sure.
comedian too. So like, I would feel comfortable.
And his knowledge does not interject itself in his comedy.
Well, even if it did, I would just feel comfortable like
does,
being
but
like
not in the way of
those
Dave Chappelle.
jokes are well like those jokes from him. I like those are his jokes. I don't know David Chappelle like that, so I can't. So whatever he's saying, I just can't speak to the subject matter. Like I just don't know how good he is or how good he's not. Maybe David, you don't know what David Chappelle is reading. David Chappelle could be reading all sort of literature on sexuality, gender, and he could have a real deep thoughts.
And real understanding.
And yeah, exactly. I just don't know that, so I don't even like. But like once again, David Chappelle just on the outside looking in, I don't care what he thinks. Like if David Chappelle said something I didn't agree with, I'd just be like, okay,
I don't agree with that.
So if you personally knew David Chappelle,
Yeah.
then
yes.
everything he says is fine.
No. I would
Like
I would
you
have
would understand.
I would have a far better critique of why he did or didn't say it
And why.
because I would.
his
For
thought
example, with
process.
you, I'll be seeing some of your takes. It's like I know your takes, so I know you, in my opinion, well enough to be like, all right, that's a bad take on Omatic, and that's just Omatic having a take that he wants to have.
I think you think all my takes are bad.
No, I don't.
for the most part.
That's where you're wrong. That's
You
where
might have
you're
came
real
around
wrong.
then. You might have came
That's where you're
around.
wrong. No.
You're very wrong.
Here's the thing about if a take is right.
No, you're very wrong. Like we agree with you on certain
I
points.
agree on a lot of things. Here's about if a take is right or wrong. That is very relative. There are very few things in this life we live in that are right or wrong.
I don't think you have to personally know somebody though for you to believe that their take is right or wrong. Though.
That's a fair point. What I'm saying is the information behind it or his.
Then once again, me and Charles have not seen the stand.
So I would think because I've seen it and I was, I didn't fully watch it. I watched the whole thing, but I wasn't fully paying attention. But it seemed to me like he was
You're
just
on record for how you feel about said community.
yeah, I mean whatever. But no, that's a different community that he was talking about. He was more so geared towards transgender.
Okay.
I just said gays. Obviously the same thing, but he was more specific
Let's not do that.
Let's not, right? I don't want to get canceled neither, but he was more
Cancel
geared
culture isn't a real thing.
towards
It's not.
transgender. So to me, in this stand up, he was just like, yo, like I've experienced, like I'm at a bar with someone that's telling me about their daughter and shit, and they're talking to him, and he's talking to them for like however long, bought him shots and shit. He's like, oh yeah, take a look at my daughter. He was like, oh, she's beautiful. And then Shorty was like, oh, she's transgender. I've seen your specials from months ago or years ago, and I know you don't like transgender people. So now look at you. I got you in a fucking loop. So to me, it seemed like he was just talking from mega experience and
That's what I'm
talking to
saying.
big people that are transgender. He says he's in the bathroom taking a
Yeah.
piss, and there's a transgender next to him and shit.
But that's what you gotta understand. Like, that's
So I don't think that's
That's fair.
saying that he's read something and he's telling his jokes about what he's read. I think he's
Experience is
talking
the
about
best
his
teacher.
life experiences.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know him well enough for him to be like, "Yo, Chuck, I was in the joint and this shorty's mom trying to play me and be like, yo." So I don't have that same. So for me, it's him telling jokes. That's the issue I have with a lot of these things. If these dudes are entertainers or these people are entertainers, treat them as such. If you want to treat him as a sort of a figure in which his public opinions now leads to discourse, that's different. Like he's a politician.
His status holds weight.
If his stat, here's the difference. Everyone, and we do this only with celebrities. We never do this with politicians, and I found it very awkward. We go, oh, well, they're going through so much stuff. We don't understand their mental.
Crazy because they always talk about Adam Jones's popularity, right? Content.
They have a platform because of their platform. They should do this. All this other nonsense.
We vote these other people into office.
We vote these people. This is something these celebrities. You make them famous.
For
all
sure.
of us.
Literally.
There is no checks and balances. There is no thing. Literally, your dollars and your attention makes them famous. It is baffling to me that you will give these people grace and be like, well, we need to think of their mental. And literally, the people who make the laws that govern your life, it is Ted Cruz. We talk about Ted Cruz so much on this podcast. Ted Cruz has literally lived in the political space for years. Bad rhetoric, literally bad rhetoric. racist, sexist, anti-immigrant,
Hypocritical.
whatever you want to call it. Ted Cruz has a line on the wrong side. And what happens to Ted Cruz?
Immigration is not the same.
Ted Cruz just has a bunch of people being like, oh, on Twitter, oh, Ted Cruz is bad, oh, you went to literally every time Ted Cruz does something now, people are like, oh, well, you left Texas to go on vacation. Like, this is my problem with all these people. David Chappelle has people being like, well, we're gonna exploit Ted Cruz. Literally, people are like, well, he's bad. He is a sitting U.S. senator. And everybody's kind of like, well, Ted Cruz is so bad, and I hate Ted. We need to cancel Ted Cruz. Oh my gosh, you went on vacation that time. Literally, anytime Ted Cruz does like, you left your state to go on vacation. I'm like, do y'all think that's some type of gotcha? The vacation is done with. The vacation has came and went.
You did the same thing.
The vacation has came and went, and Ted Cruz is still a United States senator.
How many of y'all had the means to travel when a snowstorm is coming to get the fuck out of Dodge? You were going to do the same thing.
Anytime a famous person does something, what does the trip? Well, if you guys were famous, you guys would do that too. Yeah. Like, I don't get how people can have such. And it's not about
fame, but I say means. So.
It's not about accountability. If you wanna get David Chappelle, get David Chappelle out of here. The truth is, I hope even one person sees this and they get upset. The truth is, people on the internet feel way too important. They think that because they said something, it needs to happen, and that's why I love anytime. That's why I love Kanye West so much. I used to love Kanye West as a kid. Like literally, one of the first rappers I was like, yo, he talks about shit that like. I feel like he talk about polos and backpacks. I wear a polo and a backpack. Like that's me. That's me. Like Kanye represented something like, yo, I was never feeling jigger. Not that I didn't, but like I was not talking about being a hustler.
92 bricks.
Didn't lose them, bro. But you know what I did? Like my mom and my pops, like, yo, they did take me to school to get clothes or like back to school. Like that was my livelihood. So I could relate to Kanye. And I love the fact that the internet was like, well, Kanye is bad, so you have to cancel him. Every time I see people now, this is my favorite thing. People who are like, well, I would never listen. Motherfucker, nobody cares. You won't listen to Kanye, now what? Now what? Like, that's the whole, people on the internet, and this is and I promise you, Daniel Caesar, I hope you make a comeback. Because if you make a comeback,
where do you go?
He wasn't as famous as he at one point. That literally, they have canceled a few people on the internet, so they actually think.
I know what you're saying about this Daniel Caesar shit.
The truth is that he was going.
Drop off.
The truth is that he was going from like actual like selling his like 50 maybe, but he was like to like 3K like that. That release right after. Yeah. It plummeted. So people on the internet, in particular, certain groups were like, "Oh yeah, we have power." But the truth is,
after that first jump, he did a couple features.
I hate to do this to Daniel Caesar. If you were more attractive, you would have been alright. But you weren't conventionally attractive, and people just weren't jacking it.
And he was bald when he did that video, so that's a double negative.
People weren't jacking.
Bald by choice, my nigga.
People weren't jacking it, bro. If you look like anything, if you were like what people consider,
like, you only gotta be honestly, Charles. He only had to be attractive to everybody.
No, that's my point. Conventionally,
like, kept the dreads.
That's my point.
He would have had the little niche weird jumps.
That's my point.
That's a good crowd.
He went super off the rails. Nicki Minaj currently is embroiled in
two different
sexual
assault cases.
Violence.
One is by direct family and the other one's by her husband.
Sometimes, like, she's doing this.
You can't get away from the nigga you chose to be with.
She has literally been accused of harassing a woman for talking about being harassed by her now husband. If this was anybody else,
son,
anybody else.
Nicki Minaj is a nasty word.
It's not about Nicki Minaj, but it's my point about how people feel about fame.
Put that out there. That's a nasty word.
It's about fame. Like, this is the idea. Like, that's why the R. Kelly shit blows me. It's like, bro, we all knew, like, I'm of the age, we're all of the age where we knew either uncles, cousins, or people who were like, oh yeah, I seen the video. I had cousins who were like, yo, we're watching this video. Yeah.
So my mother,
what changed?
My mother went to
what changed?
My mother went to uni in Ohio.
What
and
changed?
She was like, that nigga R. Kelly was nasty.
But what changed to me?
Nigga,
like, that's my thing. You guys have been morally bankrupt or morally corrupt for years.
Ever.
And now
fuck years. Ever.
And now I'm supposed to be like, like, oh, okay, well,
This is a very deep, hazy thought.
I give a no, because it's pissing me off because it's too many people trying to play morality.
John was deep down.
It's too many people trying to play morality police, and I hate that. Listen, I'm not a good person. I'm not a bad person. I'm just a person who lives. Like, that's all I do. I live. For better or for worse.
I was watching a show today, and it was just like, you live in the trying.
That's all I'm doing. For better or for worse. So sometimes when I make bad decisions, I'm okay with it. Listen, if I made a bad decision, please let me know.
Were your intentions good?
I don't care.
Okay.
And you know why I don't care? Because we are liars. We are liars. Like,
I knew you was
bro,
gonna bring that shit up.
bro, the truth of the matter is everyone lies. Parents lie to their kids. Kids lie to their parents. Friends lie to friends. Spouses lie to spouses. Spouses lie to coworkers. Coworkers lie. People lie.
That's stuff of the law.
People lie. And like, it bothers me. People are like, well, I don't have no reason to lie. Shut your bitch ass up. Or no reason to lie. B-word. Like, what? I don't have no reason to. Nigga, people, motherfucker, lie about how far they are from your house when it's time to come pick you up.
No, for real.
So what do you mean I don't have no reason to? Like, we've allowed people in particular, certain groups on the internet to be like, well, I don't do that, and I would never do that. And it's like, shut your dumb ass up. No one fucking cares about you. No one talks to you enough for you to even have a chance to do any of these things you're talking about. Stop lying to yourself. We need to do better as a society. We need to get back to being like, yeah, that shit kind of whack. Everyone thinks they have haters now. That's the biggest issue here. Everyone thinks they have haters.
And ops.
No, I promise you. There are very few of you who have ops. There are very few people who
I feel that.
Bro, what's up?
I have zero ops.
Bro, it's 7:50.
I have
There are very few people at 7:50 on a Saturday who are like, yeah, them niggas from the hot codes. We gonna get like no one is thinking about us or any of y'all.
You sure?
I promise you.
You never know.
I fucking promise you.
Like, I got a hater.
Promise. Listen.
You got one hater?
No, because here's the thing. To be a hater, he's the problem. He's the problem.
What?
I can't call it. I do not know. But I hate on no one.
It's not about that. Here's the thing about.
Do I have any haters? Can't call it.
Just one?
No, son.
See, that's the issue.
Just one?
That's the issue.
You just said.
That's the issue.
You just said.
Hold on. This my thing about ops
figure
and
it out.
haters.
I prefer haters more than
Where?
ops. Like, am I about to die? Like, what are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
you can hate me. You gotta kill me, my God.
Like, niggas talking about opponents and shit. It's just like, bro, I have no opponents. Like, I dead ass.
But a hater.
Do I have any haters?
We gotta have haters.
That's totally different.
Y'all nasty word.
What are you hating on me about?
This right here, we have to have haters.
Listen, if you're hating on
What
this,
do you?
you're upset.
Yeah, the only thing I can
What did
think
Drake say? Hate is just jealousy and love at the same time. Like,
son, the
that's
only
all
thing,
it is.
That's all
the
it
only
is.
thing I can hate, the
Hate
only
is
thing I
always
think
love.
you can hate on me on is about surprise some bitches, and it's like I'm not even
no.
on that in my point in my life. Nah, we gonna be honest, or we
Two
gonna
B
be honest?
words in the last
We
2
are
minutes.
liars.
Are we gonna be
We are
honest?
liars.
Are we gonna be
Listen,
honest?
bro.
Nah, that's the only thing.
I'ma
I
tell
really
y'all
gotta
right
say
now,
that
I have
you
no-
can hate on, you can really hate on me about.
So you got haters,
I'm about to say,
probably, bro.
I had no haters.
I have no haters.
I'll be 100%
I
honest.
ain't fucking with none of y'all bitches no more.
Jesus.
I'm gonna be 100% honest. I have no haters, and you wanna know why? Because the hate,
25 days.
because the hate, it has to be a two. Yeah, that's nasty. To hate has to be some sort of two-way street.
Nigga said,
There
oh,
has to-
panty, I've been good.
Right?
That's
There
it.
has to
Only
be-
the pandemic.
There has to be
I've
some
been
sort of
good.
We
acknowledgement.
gotta be honest.
There has to be some sort of acknowledgement
No
of the
lie.
other party. Like, as a hater,
I hold myself accountable for
right,
my
as a
actions.
hater,
right.
like I have to be like, oh, this
This
person is
guy
hating
hates
on
me.
me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But the truth is,
And I don't want to hold you in that light.
if someone had actually to hate on Charles, like, and this
That's what I'm
is,
saying.
I'm gonna talk about myself in the third person. I normally don't do shit like that. Normally don't do shit like that. I'm gonna say we'll talk about him later. But to hate on Charles, you would have to know me in some sense.
Stop it.
These niggas don't get.
Bro, you talked on the pod like somebody tried to take you out in 5th grade, bro. So
No,
somebody
no,
had
no,
to.
no.
Somebody had.
That was MS-13.
Aaron in
That's
8th
totally
grade?
different.
BS13. BS.
Aaron in 8th grade,
Baby
he
MS.
was a hater.
That's what I'm saying. So you know what I'm saying? It can happen.
I didn't
It
say,
can
But that's the
happen.
point. I didn't say, but I was living foul back then, so I understood. So I
You
could
wasn't found in 5th grade.
in 8th grade. So I understand. So I understand.
That's not
It's not better, bro.
It's a whole different ball game. 13 versus like 10.
Right, middle school is
It's a whole different game.
Kimmo was vicious.
It's a whole different game. So my thing is that like I was living foul. So like
Nigga, I was in a magnet school with Esau.
here's the my school had Esau as well. So my thing is here's the thing about living foul.
That was a privilege.
When I'm living foul, I have
That's
no
it, magnet.
I have no problem. That's a nasty. I have no problem with the consequences.
Yo.
I ain't been living foul. So
Niggas are smart.
if I'm not living foul, why would I have haters? Like back
for
then,
real.
I was doing something that maybe could have led me to have someone not like me. That's fine.
Somebody gotta hate you, right?
No one hates me. If you hate me, just remember
There has
you
to be
don't-
one
you don't
guy.
really know me.
Boy, you about to marry somebody high school.
That's what I'm
sweetheart,
saying,
somebody
bro.
in love
Somebody
with,
has to hate you.
Listen,
in a
if-
sense.
If you are,
come
listen.
on,
Here's the
Charles.
thing about being in love
And
with.
then you work at ESPN, you know what I mean? Niggas in
Somebody
journalism,
has to
probably work
hate
harder than you and thought it was
Just
like,
a
let's
little
squat
bit.
this nigga.
Once again, that's my.
This guy's doing this
That's
shit.
whoa.
This nigga works at ESPN.
That was another
He
thing.
had his own business.
Well,
He
this
worked
is-
at a
well,
wine-
Somebody
this is a
gotta
wine
hate you,
company.
bro.
Well, here's a-
Come on,
well, here's
Charles.
my-
I'm sure somebody hates me.
People are
I
not
know.
interesting. Like people are not interesting enough, in my opinion. Like actual human beings are seldom interesting. Think about it. Honest to God, truth. All the people who
That's
you,
why y'all bitches love me. 'cause
all
I'm
the people who
It's
you,
the fourth B word today.
all the people who you know, like,
We not collecting
are
that.
they interesting or do they have a title that society deems important?
And do they have
For
money?
example, I ask this question to everybody, and people sometimes be like, "I'm hater." I'm like, "Yo, do you actually like that sport or is it popular?" Because if you like,
feel that.
if you like, for example, football, you don't just watch the NFL.
No.
If you like basketball, you just don't watch the NBA.
That's a
There's
fact.
people who I know are like, I don't watch the WNBA. I'm like,
You don't
what?
like basketball.
The WNBA, the playoffs are going on right now.
You
It is
don't like
winner.
basketball.
There was a winner go home game the other night.
Last night.
There was a winner go home game the
Literally
other
last
night. If you like basketball,
You're
it is
watching
good
that.
basketball.
For sure.
It is good. The thing is, most of you guys do not like the things you say you like. You like hype, and once again, that's okay. Listen. I've told this to the
I only
fiance.
saying hype 'cause
I'm
they-
like,
that-
yo,
like,
you don't really
trend.
like that. You like the idea of it. That is the truth.
James.
Me,
I
listen.
had some, but I'm just,
Me as well. There's certain things that I know for a fact that, like, if it wasn't a lot of hoopla, I'd probably be like, whatever. That's fine. There are very specific things that I'm like, yo, niggas up. Squid Game. I literally watched it because I saw a tweet and I was like, this tweet is hilarious. It was about Jollof. I was like, this is a funny tweet. So now I'm gonna watch the show. All hype.
Haven't watched it yet.
All hype. And the show was pretty decent. It's not better than Sex Education, in my opinion.
heard it's a Korean Hunger Games.
Once again, that is
That's what
somebody
my Caucasian coworker
that is
told me.
someone who thinks too highly of
Yesterday.
themselves. You gotta be a real dickhead to be like something from a nut. Well, the only thing I can compare this to this Hunger Games.
Hunger Games
Bitch,
is
that
like-
ain't got shit to do with
It
anything.
is a book series.
That ain't got shit. Hunger Games and Squid Game. I see Hunger Games. I actually like her. Shout out to
said
Jennifer Lawrence.
Korean
I
Hunger
got from my
Games.
district. Listen, I felt that. Shout out to Jennifer.
Korean
You
Hunger
could really get
Games
it.
without the kids is what I was told.
Relax.
Jennifer Lawrence could really get it.
That's the Drake bar.
She could really get it though.
I know what bar it
Adele
is,
could
man.
really. Hey,
No,
Adele.
God.
First of all, no.
Old Adele and New Adele.
I'm about to say stop it.
I knew it.
I've been on older
Team Flush, baby. Hey, hot motherfucking nigga. Fuck you talking about?
Love me so much. Hey,
love a
Adele.
punch.
Listen, Rich Paul is like
Shit
5'5".
No,
Fuck,
for real.
fuck with it.
And we 6 foot.
You know,
You hear me?
The new Adele job tough.
So she
the
big
new Adele
time.
look like JoJo. Like no
Exactly.
funny shit. Like
And JoJo
old Adele was
and JoJo
low
got
key.
more ass.
Low key, old Adele was lit because that joint has some.
And
Had
JoJo-
some joy in the back. She had some
And
ass.
JoJo being all the verses.
Adele has some
talking all
ass.
that shit. JoJo being the comments
Low
of the
key,
verses.
when Adele first came
Hey,
out,
JoJo, where you at?
19 Adele, I don't know, but
We
21,
gotta have JoJo on
hey,
this.
21 Adele, that was it.
There's a clip.
You look like 21 like Adele.
JoJo.
JoJo's Marvin Rose is classic.
Son, what?
Had to
Come
be
on
there.
now.
What
You
a
had to
time.
be there.
What a time to be
You went
alive.
outside.
What a time to be alive. I love me some JoJo.
My hazy thought though.
Get into it.
I had a couple of
about you, she's immune from doing things that would hurt you. Like I seen a nigga, and this is I gotta get off of Twitter. I really do. This was the tweet. The tweet was like, let me tell you the tweet. Can I tell you the tweet? Can I tell you the tweet?
Please go for it, bro. I need
This is the tweet. The tweet was, if my girl cheated on me, she wouldn't be able to look me in the eye.
You're a damn liar.
Oh,
You're a motherfucking liar.
Honestly, I have never looked
She'll
at
come home, take a shower, and fuck you.
Mook, I've never been more like
Wrong. Just keeping it a bean, chat. I'm keeping it honest with you, cuz. Mook ain't hit a lot of y'all, Slim. I'm being dead ass with you. These women are vicious, cuz.
it was the wrong for me.
Like, no, you gotta put that out there. Nigga be like, oh, yeah, she fucked me, but you ain't fuck her better than me. Yeah, but nigga, y'all both hit wrong. How you feel? Ain't hit it first. Fuck you mean? After the work happy hour, she ain't hit you first. Nigga, she hit you at 10 o'clock. She hit him at 7:30. What you talking about? Shit is wicked out here, champ. Like, you gotta
I'm trying
relax.
to do your bar, y'all.
You gotta relax. Like, relax. Like, don't hold it. Hey, do not think too highly of yourself.
That's my point,
Do
bro.
not think
Bro,
too highly of
honestly,
yourself,
I think that
That's
was
all it is.
made me go for.
That's all it
These
is.
niggas really be like, oh, she love, bro.
No, she
I know
boy.
some of y'all women who have told me they have loved y'all.
Nigga, you love her
and I
and still
literally-
cheated. The fuck out of here.
But
Let's keep it a bean.
my
Let's keep it a buck.
If she's a good woman, she might, you know what I mean? Nah, for real.
Good
Shit.
women be the nastiest ones when they cheat, Slim. That's the one.
Cause they gotta get that shit off.
Nigga, that's the one that's getting raw and then coming back home and fucking you raw. Cause she need, hey Slim, and she need to let you know, like, yeah.
Here's the thing about good women, though.
Hold on, Charles. I have a question.
Talk to me.
I know the answer for me and this guy. You been cheating on? Do you?
Have I been cheating on before? Yeah, for sure.
Like,
February 14th.
Yeah, what do you think that was all about?
like, no. No. Listen, right? We're talking February 14. We're talking 2009, though. We're talking 2009. We're talking this
Listen,
kind of sort of adolescence at this point.
Okay, that's a good point.
So I'm saying, as an adult male,
No. Well, hold on.
as an adult male, like real emotions, you're
might-
kind of a man at this
This
point.
might get me in trouble. First of all,
Niggas been
do I
trying to get
know?
in trouble lately.
Great question.
No,
Okay.
No,
No,
no
she
shade.
said the same thing. I was like, do I know?
Do I know? But
Do you know?
secondly,
We don't know. But do you know?
I've been out. I've literally, because of 09, I have tried to keep myself literally prepared for such a thing. Oh, like literally, like
But as an adolescent, yes, we know this. But like,
yeah.
as a
No, but do I know? I don't know. So like, I don't want to be like I've never been like. That be a lot of these bitches' problem. They be out here screaming to the world.
fifth B word.
They be screaming to the world. Oh, my man would never. Oh, my. Listen, buddy.
Whole time.
Whole time. That nigga right.
He got home
beside me,
late because what?
Wallet.
He said he took off today.
Nigga,
but
well, that's that victory.
God damn. Oh, we had victory.
But that's my point, though. So my thing is that,
Shout out
like, yo,
Kelsey, man, best bartender in the city. This guy Charles.
I fuck with Mackenzie. That's my man. Mackenzie, good people in my book. So
I need 5.
you need 5. You needed 5 for like 30 minutes.
Definitely got a little John Rose.
Man, it's too early. Why the hell? Yo, that dude, and that Kaya was really talking.
I stopped playing it.
Nah,
No, I wish. I wish
playing
like
it.
the where I am today, with listening to the music, we could have this conversation the last time we talked about both the albums, because I was super Ye at that point.
Yeah.
And now I'm super Drake at this point.
That's what's up.
But I'm also of the same mindset of I don't like the cohesiveness of the album. I don't think it's cohesive
So
at all.
Kaya said he had these niggas leaving out with one leg like
I
Flo
think
Joe.
Fair Trade is the worst collab that Drake and Travis
Travis
ever
have done?
did. That shit is terrible. I hate the Too Sexy joke. Thugs versus the best joke on that shit.
I told you that.
And I hate that I have to
My-
wait to
like,
the end.
The first listen I heard, I was just like, bro, like when I seen it.
But I haven't played the
track
game.
list and I was like, Drake, Future, Young Thug. I was like, too sexy. I was like, the nigga used to call himself Sex.
He definitely did.
He's gonna have the best verse. Before I even heard the song, I was like, bro, Thug's gonna have the best verse. And when I heard it, I was like, these other two niggas honestly don't need to be on the song, bro. Like that could have just been Thug's
I
song.
don't like the Drake album too much.
I
It's got its things on there. I hate the cohesiveness.
The truth
on there 'cause
is,
there's
the truth
cohesion.
was-
There's no
TSU,
cohesion.
motherfucking
From
MTV.
TSU to
One thing about the TSU,
to Pipe Down, and then from No Friends in the Industry.
fucking fans.
Fucking Fast is a good song.
That's a thing.
No, thanks for you.
There's a couple Jones like the Jones that probably won't get played in the club. Probably like some of my favorite Jones on the Drake album.
I'm still working on me. Whew. First bar.
You know what I'm saying?
You felt that?
I didn't feel it, but he said some shit on that joint.
Yeah, nah.
TSU, I felt it. You know what I'm saying?
TSU, I've been heard though. So I was just like, I'm not too excited
I
about it.
don't listen to Drake leaks.
Yeah.
Why, sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I heard that shit like 3 years ago.
I don't listen to Drake leaks.
I'm sizing 3 years, but it's been out for a while.
It's like, yeah, damn near.
Shit came out last year, bro.
It came out when he dropped the Grease single.
We had a
last
year at that point.
It might have been the end of the year.
Grease came out almost damn near like
19?
this time.
Did it come out like 19 or early 20?
Yeah.
It came out during the pandemic.
Well, whenever that came out is when he dropped the whole 7
Yeah, I was on Spinrilla. Nigga, I seen
The whole Grease jump.
I seen the Grease jump. The whole
I like Grease.
it was a motherfucking
Because he dropped 2 songs at that time.
Yeah.
somebody
Well,
dropped
Grease
a
was
fake
7
mixtape
tracks.
of the jump. Yeah.
Grease was 7 tracks. And it was Grease's single. It was TSU Joe, man.
Oh, no, that was really earlier this year.
I ain't hear the TSU joint. I only heard because like that joint wouldn't play.
No, that drum was July
That's what I'm
2020.
saying. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't
July
like
2020.
crazy.
That's what I'm saying. It was during the pandemic. I remember that.
Because Grease literally came out last summer when niggas was drinking.
Hold on. I got a question though. That cheating question made me think of something.
As a man.
Do you think men who know they got cheated on do worse to women after versus men who don't know they got cheated on?
Depending on the nigga.
So that means no. Do you?
I just don't like generalizing.
No, that's what I'm saying. We have to stop that. Listen, what we generalize in life.
Nah, for real.
Like people are like black people like chicken.
With that being said,
I know black people don't like
I
chicken.
definitely walked upstairs and said it smelled like some good fried chicken in that jump.
That was from like fish, but nonetheless, definitely chicken.
I can't answer your question because I didn't hear it properly.
I said, do you think men who get cheated on do women worse than men who do not? So, like, if a man
Definitely no.
has never or doesn't know he's ever been cheated on, is he like better towards women than a man who has?
I think so. Depending on that's why I say depending on the nigga. But I still gonna know though, like personal experiences. Yeah, I'm just leave it there.
I don't think so. I think most men are just looking for the right woman. Like low key, I know men who are like super slimy to one woman, and then they're like pretty good to the next woman, and I'm just like, wow. It's just like, yo, it's kind of like low key. I think it's that simple. I honestly think like I know women who are like, wow, like you're randomly a hoe, and it's like, oh no, like you randomly love this dude, so like you're not doing whole activity anymore. Like actually kind of surprised.
Making whole decisions.
Good point. Whole decisions, not whole activity.
I think everything is always situational.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But we're judging, so like, in our judging,
I would
Stuff for the law.
to answer your question, I would say everything's situational. So I would obviously say no to the man that's been cheating.
no, it's funny because I'm in like complete disagreement. No, I think it's opposite. I think if a man has been cheated on, he is definitely worse towards women.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
There's
Definitely.
there's an ingrained
There's a vengeance.
there's an like
Worse towards women in what?
like
Bro, he's fucked these bitches to the
yeah,
core.
like like there's a certain
6 B words.
like there's levels to the like low key. I think there's levels to the fuck these bitches.
Yeah.
And innately, I think we all kind of start with just like
General.
fuck these bitches. Just general like yo, these bitches annoying, whatever. Like not no like
Regular
actual
elementary shit.
exactly. Once if you ever get cheated on though, I definitely think that boosts like like hormones. Like I think that shit boosts like oh wow. So these women they can fuck you over and make you feel this way.
You went from the first chamber to the 13th chamber.
Yeah. Once a woman like once you allow a woman to make you feel away, because that's basically what happens when you give your feelings away. Like you give someone the opportunity to kind of fuck with.
They don't talk about that when you start liking people.
And then once you do that, it's just like, oh.
Damn.
So if I open myself up like that, that's what that feel like? This bitch.
And that be word to
and that becomes a revolving cycle. So every woman, whether I think you realize it or not, it kind of falls into that category of did she hurt me or can she hurt me as much as
and then you going
X.
into it with that thought. You're not even thinking.
Base,
She ain't even hurt you. Bitch ain't she.
Bitch ain't even do that to you.
That's mad.
I think it's situational.
No, I think we would like to believe it, but I think like
No.
that's the type of trauma that like men don't talk about. Like
Sure.
And I'm not talking about like in the second grade. I'm talking about like at a point when you're able to understand your feelings.
I'm saying though,
Puberty and above.
like as
sure.
I said, I asked you the question earlier. You know what I'm saying? Have you been cheated on as an adult? Obviously, you said you haven't.
But that's
I said
I didn't know.
you said you didn't know.
He
And then I pointed to this man.
When we was a child.
I
And that's
pointed
the
to
point,
this
though.
man and I said, I'm pretty sure that both of us have.
No, I agree with y'all. I don't know.
So as a man that knows, that he's been cheated on as an adult, I don't think I would go into a situation thinking that
No,
okay.
you're absolutely right. We agree.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think I would go into the situation.
So you don't think any of your
I don't
past
think-
situations have been affected by what
so
that happened?
so yes, right. I think the past situations would affect everything that
When I was
goes
a child, I
on.
thought like a child.
But I don't think I would go into okay. I just met this person. Oh, she might cheat on me type shit. I don't think I would walk into a situation like that.
Well,
So I don't agree with you saying just because the fact that I got cheated on before,
Respect.
I'm going to meet someone and be
And then
like,
feel that
oh,
way.
this girl might
yeah,
cheat on me.
No respect. I just
Personally.
think my baseline is that like all people would do.
Retweet.
My
don't
baseline
think
is that all people would do fucked up things, and that's just part of it. So it's not like they will, but like that is part of the hurting you. So like that's the thing about like cheating per se. It's not like the end all be all like, yo, you fucked this up. But like if you out here telling this man your dreams and your goals and your life, I don't see how there's any like that's the thing. Like I've been in enough relationships in my both adolescent and adult life
You can reduce cheating to just sex.
to understand what all these things mean. So like exactly, Mook, like yo, I'm with you. Like
You can't reduce
you
cheating
can't
to just sex.
to me, especially if relationships aren't just sex.
As a man or as a woman?
No, anybody.
I'm speaking from a nigga that has cheated.
I'm talking about from a nigga. I'm only talking about from the perspective of relationships. If the relationship is strictly
Cardi
based
B
off of
just-
sex, then Mook is right.
Yeah.
If the relationship is built off of anything but just sex, like if it's not just a friends with benefits thing, then right, you cannot only hold cheating to fucking someone else because
I'm telling you shit. I'm not telling my partner.
that's what I'm saying. That's the prop book.
No, I'm just holding myself accountable. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
bro.
telling you shit that I haven't told my partner. Like
I'm making bro.
I
It
get
be
good
whole niggas
news.
making life decisions with other shorties. Like,
hear me?
yo, you know, when I finish this, I'm gonna go get this job, and then I'm like,
Laurel. Yeah.
And honestly, like, and like, I know there's gonna
Come
be
on,
someone who sees this and will be like, yo, that nigga
It's
Chuck
gonna
is
be-
just
it's gonna be
it's full
multiple
of
people
shit.
that see this
It's
and
full of
gonna say
shit.
some shit.
But
Like,
I
honestly,
knew this nigga was some
that's
shit.
the worst of the fucking.
Yeah.
That's always the worst of
I
the
was on the
fucking.
other side. I wasn't the one making the plans. The people making plans with me. I'm sorry.
That was always the worst in the fucking. If you meet a nigga and God knows
what?
where, and
You
you
get it.
fuck him and you leave him,
Son, what?
that's where you left it.
You get a raise and then you go tell Shorty and that's your Shorty.
Oh my!
You tell her second.
Oh! Stab me!
For sure.
I never seen a bitch again in my life.
But if she told me she trying to love me
But she
forever,
told me she wanna be with me.
Yeah.
Like she told me she wanna. Oh yeah, what you doing? I become your girl blowing you. Like niggas is wild.
son, it's crazy.
Listen,
And that's why I said what I said just now, bro. Like, just
No,
like, bro,
that's
niggas
real
gotta
shit.
hold themselves accountable for
but that's the problem. Too many niggas feel as though like they like
themselves. Yes.
my nigga.
Muchacho. Yeah.
Stop
I'm already
it.
stopped.
Listen.
I'm already stopped.
If there's one thing I've learned from women, since like who's the first chick who I do was just like not pimping, but really just like
Out here.
out here with her nigga. I'm not gonna say her name, but
Is she a mom now?
she got 2 kids.
Okay.
Darcy and Charlotte used to live in around my way.
That's all right.
You know, I think you know what I'm talking about.
I definitely do.
But with her, like, she was always like, I remember one thing she told me. She was like, I only date ugly niggas. I said, what?
Definitely know who the fuck you talking about now.
I said, what? She was like, yeah. She was like, because if I date an ugly nigga, he gonna know better. Now, I know that has been debunked later on. These ugly, no matter how, if a nigga gonna do you
Niggas
foul,
gonna do nigga shit.
he gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna say, nigga gonna do
Niggas
niggas.
gonna nigga.
He gonna nigga it up regardless if he look like If you look like if he that
If you look like Beetlejuice, or if you look like motherfucking
Elder Barge,
yeah,
I don't know, because you know what them niggas, Idris Elba, like
I'm about to say,
no matter what he is, if
Chris
he
Brown,
that.
Chris Brown punched the Joe and he's still out here getting Joe, so it's just like that's why I said him, man. Like that's a little different. Like
Idris gave his shawty COVID, and she was like, "Yeah, let me get all of it." So like
he was probably out being a nasty worker with the COVID too. So he a DJ. All right. You know what I'm saying? Let's get off Idris. He's a good man.
That's a good man. I'm sorry, Idris. I'm sorry, fam. I'm sorry, fam. But I think my point is that, like, yo,
because he kept his shorty in the cut, got married, and brought her out, and now that's all right.
That's all right. I think my ultimate point is that, like, yo, shorties be knowing. Like, shorties are just as wicked as us. Like, that's my thing.
They're more wicked.
The issue about being more wicked is that, like,
only reason I say they're more wicked is because
in the emotions, I agree.
How many jokes can say that, like, oh yeah, I got cheated on? How many niggas gonna be like, oh yeah, I know that I got cheated on, Charles?
Well, that's the issue.
We sitting up here just like, I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? But as partners of ours, I could be like, oh yeah, that nigga cheated on me. Like, he's vicious with the cheating.
It's also,
so it's just like,
it's also a nigga like, oh, y'all niggas ain't know y'all got cheated.
Oh yeah, for sure. So it's just like, that's why I say women are very much way more vicious with it.
That's why, honestly, I think having being able to laugh at it, it makes it.
There's a couple of jokes out there you'll probably be like, oh, she ain't know she was getting cheated on by me though. Come on, Charles, you know what I'm saying? I gotta keep the utteries.
He's a nasty word. As you can see, like, I try to be on my best behavior. I don't always be on my best behavior, but for the most part, I really try.
There's a difference between cheating and affairs, though. That's all Charles trying to say.
I think the point that y'all are
There's
missing.
definitely a difference between cheating and affairs.
I think the point that
having an affair, act like an adult for once.
I think the point that y'all are missing is this generation is terrible. Everybody likes to cheat and shit and get away with it.
No different than the first one. No different than the generation that came before us.
But
nigga, you know, I was growing up talking about my great grandfather.
Literally, my dad thought he had a kid that wasn't his.
Had a side joint in the front seat.
My dad literally had a kid that he thought wasn't his.
In the back seat. Like, come on, bro.
Literally had a whole child for almost 30 years taken care of.
you're right. You've been saying this story for a while. I think it's just more out in the open just because of this internet age.
Like your grandpa.
Like people love to make fun of this shit, bro. It's like, yo, niggas shouldn't be this happy to be this nasty out here.
That's true. I give you that.
Like niggas are just happy to.
Shout out here, boy. Y'all too proud to do the devil's work.
Nasty
hey,
shit.
bro, the shaitan be working and
I'm still working on me.
whatever. Hey, son, the shaitan gonna grab whatever souls comes to him, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Here's the thing about working on me.
Oh wow.
I'm really petty, so like, don't try to don't try to work. Don't try to do no working on me. Because
I meant to point that out the other day.
As soon as I feel like.
Yeah, I saw something happen the other day.
Yeah, don't try to play.
Charles is petty.
Listen, my thing is, as soon as I feel like somebody's trying to play me, my body's natural response is, we being funny.
That's the basketball.
We being funny.
That's the competitor in you.
We being funny.
Like, we playing one-on-one. Say less, baby.
We being
check out.
Listen,
you know
honestly, I will lose a game to be petty. I don't
want to say how I seen it. Can I say how I seen it? No. Here you go again. Jesus Christ, bro. Like, nigga.
I forgot we was recording.
I told you wait for the post.
I thought we was talking.
God damn.
We can finesse that one.
Yeah, we are.
We are. Definitely.
Nah, I see how it's funny to me though, cause like whenever wifey go out, I see you always make it a point to go out. And I saw that when we went to Jasper's on Thursday, and I woke up and I looked at the store, I'm like, oh shit, shorty out. And then I was like, oh wow, this makes sense why Charles was like, yo, we going to Jasper's.
Man, it's not just that the fact that we went out,
but that's
it was who we went out with.
I don't know about that.
We were going out regardless.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
She
but
happened to be the person that was in.
I just seen it so many times. Like, oh, shorty, I'm gonna go out too, and I was just like, wow, I see this.
I said that though.
Because my thing
Always,
is that,
Earlier this summer.
She out of town. I'm gonna go out too.
Here's my thing. My thing is that
it's a vibe.
if people press me,
I'm pressing them.
I'm big on enjoy your life. Enjoy whatever you do.
Might do a digital
how you
Zoom.
do it. Enjoy. Like, I'm never going to. I did this with my parents today. I was like, yo, so you really, like, trying to check me? I was like, all right, bet. And then stop. So remember that. Bro, my thing is, I will let anybody, I don't care who you are. If you want to do something, do it. But what you're not going to do is do it and then be like, well, you know, so it's an issue when I do it, huh?
But
and my thing is that I don't speak. I would literally look at you. I'll be like, hey, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. Because at the end of the day, here's the thing. I know, and this might be full of myself. I know I can make it happen for Chuck. If I wanted to, I know I can make it. Like if I was like, yo, we're going out and this is what we're going to do, I'd get my bread up, I'd be like, and I do it. So for me,
and we've done it.
When it's time to be petty, I'm always ready to be petty because I'm gonna listen. I will fucking eat PB&J sandwiches for a week if that means my petty on whatever day is what it needs to be.
That's insane.
I
have no problem telling y'all. Listen,
it's not.
I have no problem. Listen,
As an adult, are my bills,
petty?
are my bills paid? Are my responsibilities taken care of? That's all that matters. As a fucking adult, that's all that matters.
As soon as I moved out of my dorm room, the biggest piece of advice, this guy Kofi, always in the back of my head. No matter how you live, you say you could be poor, you could be rich, you could be whatever. If you got a house over your head, no one can tell you what you're doing in your house.
Niggas love talking about Fortune 500 companies and all these rich people making money and all that shit. Niggas never talk about how much debt they actually be in.
Like niggas years.
Niggas never tell you how much debt they actually be in. And Don Kennedy had one of the best bars ever.
I know exactly
how much money you make and how much money you spending. Because even if you making money, the shit you making this much.
You make $5 million, you spend $6 million a year, you're in that red.
Exactly. How much is getting relinquished to the fucking government?
This is the truth. It's a fact.
How much is getting garnished by fucking child support?
Ooh, damn! Don't do that.
You know what I'm saying? No, let's keep it a bean.
Nigga hit niggas where it hurt.
No, let's keep it a bean. How much they actually get? How much of your garnish actually getting away? How much of your garnish actually getting you know what I'm saying? Taken away from you. You know what I'm saying? And then that's the type of
I'm in the
shit I be thinking about.
I'm in the green and debt ratio, debt minus ratio. So holla at me.
So it's just bro, you know what I'm saying?
Just be honest.
It's just bro, niggas spend way more money than they actually be getting, and it's just all right, fool. This is cute, but at the end of the day,
yeah, niggas be maintaining a lifestyle. Yeah, that's why for me,
keeping up with the Joneses.
That's why for me, I'm always big on I don't know. Not just on anything fine, I don't know.
You know how much, low key, bro. You know how much pride you don't have to say I don't know.
No, you have a lot of pride, I think.
You do.
I think you do have a lot.
You have to have a lot of pride. And the only reason I say that is because niggas be prideful, and instead of saying they don't know, they'll lie.
Exactly. That be the issue. Niggas be lying. I don't know.
And that's why I worded it the way I worded it. Because a lot of niggas would be like,
You're right. They be prideful.
Yeah,
yes.
they be prideful. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? How much pride you don't have to have in order to say I don't
know. Listen, I'm too prideful to let a nigga to lie to a nigga.
Exactly.
No,
I'm not gonna lie.
Don't get it twisted. I will
listen
lie to you. I don't have no qualms about lying to
For
you.
sure.
To any of you. I will listen. I literally lie to my parents if they piss me off. Fuck y'all.
Bro, you know how much pride I have to actually go out my way to lie to you.
Come on.
Come on,
Stop
Chad.
it.
That's ridiculous.
Stop it, slime.
You hear me? I'm not doing that.
Slime.
I'm not going out my way to lie to nobody.
Yeah.
To protect your feelings.
Actually, I'm not gonna say that. I might lie. Listen, I might lie. Once again, that's another thing. Lying.
I'm not gonna say
who
I
the
won't.
fuck are you?
I'm not gonna say I
will
won't
lie to
lie.
whoever I feel like, whenever I feel like.
But at the same time, there's certain people just
no
bro,
quips.
I'm not lying to you, bro.
No, there's certain people who aren't worth my lies, but if you are annoying me or all right,
you might get one.
You might get a white lie. You might get a small or a big one. It don't matter.
I got a business meeting tonight.
I might tell a lie.
We gotta go cool.
When Drake say something about, I might tell the truth. He ask my whereabouts. I'm gonna tell a lie if he asks what I care about. Some shit like that.
Whatever they said.
So yeah, I felt that too. There's certain things I have no issue. Don't be asking me where I'm at, who I'm at, what I'm doing with.
Yeah,
I would definitely lie to you. I have no problem
about that.
Listen,
I got in trouble for telling the truth not too long ago.
There's very few people who I even care about telling the truth to. Keep it 100.
Who do you care about telling the truth to?
My father.
How long is the list? Sounds like it's a short list.
I say it's about 6 people, maybe.
If that.
Maybe 5. I need 3.
Honestly, it was 3 and one of them died, so it might be 2 people.
Facts. Mom, I mean, his father, and I can't even stand who the other person might be.
It's out of my father and
So
my
when
grandmother.
I say 80-20, it was a problem, but now obviously I'm not a part of that.
That's my whole point, no matter. I'm not mad at when people say, like when you say shit like that. I'm not mad because I get human. I get human nature.
Some feathers were ruffled when I said that.
No. The thing is that no one. You should never expect that from me though. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like you can't. I don't think anybody should ever say something to me like that and then expect me to be like 100 with them. Like that's just the truth. Like no shade. It's just like, bro, there's certain people who people want to give their all to, and that I have no problem. I'm not that for everybody. There's certain people who I know, no matter what push. I was funny enough. I was talking to Kojo about this the other day. I was like, listen, you and Diamante, no matter what, in certain situations,
Y'all got me.
I told him, I said, y'all got me. Because no matter where we been at, what we been through.
It's crazy because I had the same conversation with them two niggas. Like
I said, y'all two niggas. I said, no matter what the scenario is, y'all can come to me, ask me,
right, wrong, or indifferent.
Y'all can come to me, ask me for whatever, and I'm gonna do it. And I'm not even gonna question
you no questions
because of this with y'all. We built up certain shit that like
it's
other
like,
people can't do.
Exactly.
Like certain shit that y'all two can ask and say to me.
Nobody else can.
Even Kojo, even Diamante can't because we done been through some shit. So there's levels to this. So for me, the 80-20, I'm not might as well do it here.
Yeah.
I felt some type of way. 'Cause I'm like, damn nigga, we done been through, in my opinion, a lot of things. So when I hear that, it's
and
like
you said that in the 4th year.
That's what I'm saying.
But y'all was 80-20. Y'all was 80.
But the whole killer is you said
92, yeah.
The 92-8 is a thing as well.
Exactly.
We
So
feel
that's what
you.
I'm
But
saying.
at the same time,
Niggas have feelings too.
we should. You can't tell us the
You
shit
can't
that
tell-
we been
exactly.
through. We not 92.
And that's what I'm saying. That's on you. And that's what I'm
Instead
saying.
of 80-20.
And
at the same time, when you said
I
it,
understand
we
it.
understood.
We understood.
We didn't go out your way.
Exactly.
We didn't get petty or none of that.
But
we didn't hold
we
nothing
still
to
people.
We still
We humans. Like,
it's just like, damn.
listen, you know what's funny? Prime example. I talk about this in Monty Rashad's situation a lot.
appreciate that.
About how that night happened. And ever since that day, me, you, and P, we've been locked in on us because a nigga pulled out a hammer on
A
us.
whole gun.
So no matter what the scenario
From
is,
something that not the three of us
had
didn't
nothing to
do.
do with. So no matter what goes on from life on out,
Nigga, we locked in.
we locked in. The same way I was at that apartment behind PG Plaza with you. So no matter what, me and you
are locked in.
I was thinking about this the other day.
Same way
My
me
birthday
and
at
you.
Jasmine Parker House.
Walking down 450.
My nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Volkswagen Golf. You know what I'm saying? You was in Glenard, you was in New Curtis for how many days trying to get your car right?
Nigga, I tried for 3 years to get that car right. It drove for 3 days.
You know what I'm saying?
Fuck
Jasmine
that.
Parker birthday. Me and you, Mike Anderson, Taylor, Lloyd
saying?
Foss. These
Even Jasmine Parker herself, shout out to her.
no matter how I feel about
don't
her
matter.
or no matter, she
Don't
always
matter.
gonna be locked
You
in
good
with me
with me.
because of that.
You good with me. Son, I was just
And that's how I rock.
And
That's just how I rock.
Nah, that ass, because I was talking to my mans about some shit about old shorty. And I was just like, son, it's just certain shit like I can't bring myself to hate her or dislike her. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, bro, like, you done so much shit for me in 5 years to where it holds so much weight for me, bro. There is no way in my fucking life
You couldn't.
that I could hate you.
That would not be a man of
dislike
you.
It
That would
would
not be a man of you.
It wouldn't be a man of me. It wouldn't be Islamic of me. You brought me to Islam.
I'm glad you miss it now. We said this before.
Like one
You're
of
admitting
the,
it now.
Like one of the, not that ass. I'm gonna keep it a band. She brought me to real Islam,
That's what I'm saying.
the
So
most forgiving religion in my eyes, the most merciful, the most grateful. You know what I'm saying?
that's why I would never say anything bad about that girl.
So why would I? So how could I ever?
I listen. All my life, I would never say
So
nothing
how
bad about
could
that girl.
Ever
I will never.
say honestly out of my actual mouth, not typing on Twitter and all these
Exactly.
other platforms and shit. Out of my actual mouth that I dislike her. I don't.
Fuck
I'm not gonna say the other
whatever.
word. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like all that other shit, I don't like. I hate her and all that shit. Like
You
son,
couldn't.
I could never, because that's going against every bone, every ligament, all that shit in my body. Son.
And that's just how and honestly, not everybody's like that. But for me personally, I'm entrenched with certain people no matter what, just off the strength.
Son, what?
So even Sule is a perfect example.
Perfect example.
I don't talk to Sule no more.
At all.
I really don't. But I promise
You think I'm gonna forget about the Mercury Sable days?
I promise you, that man called my phone right now.
I'm answering.
I'm gonna answer and we're gonna talk. I'm gonna be what you need.
At least for an hour and a half.
I'm gonna try to help him.
At least for an hour and a
I'm gonna
half.
try to do my best because we are entitled. My man Setterer, my man Kenny OKK. Listen, no matter what, I don't even bang with Kenny like that.
Son,
but if Kenny called me right now,
I was just talking about my mother about Frank Lynch today.
and I believe that because that's your guy.
Wallahi.
No matter what,
Wallahi.
that's your guy.
Like Slim, I was going through some shit and you let me share your room with
Come
you,
on.
cuz. You let me into your
Come
house.
on.
Your mother and you let me into your house.
Manny, no matter what
You gave me
happens,
somewhere to stay. You let me stay in my school district where all my friends and shit was at. Like, bro,
no
there's
matter
no
what
way.
happens to me in this lifetime, Manny is my guy. His father let me live in his basement.
Come on.
No matter, I don't gotta see. Sometimes I don't see Manny for a year or two, but every time I see him, I'm like,
Anytime we log
my
in,
nigga.
anytime we log in with
Because
any
he
of them.
did that. Because his father decided that, like, yo,
Nigga.
I'm gonna do that for him. That's all.
Me and what's Ebony real name?
Which Ebony?
The number's Ebony.
Angelica.
All right, we're just gonna call her Ebony because I don't know how many people actually know her by her real name. So yeah,
I'm mad I know her actual real name.
yeah, for sure. Like, even me and her, bro, like I gave her I had like $5 in my pocket. She was trying to get some money to get her demo done or something at Flowers, and I gave her some bread. She was like, "Mook, we always logged in," type shit. And then one day it was just like we out getting something to eat, and she fucked with me one time because I ain't have it. Like same, like little shit like that, Slim. Like that whole way more weight than me. Than anything, bro. Like,
And low key, that's why I don't.
Like,
That's why
come on,
I
bro.
can't fuck with a disloyal person.
Yeah, bro.
Not that loyalty means a lot to me, because it really doesn't. Like, but if I have been loyal to you, come on. Like, there's certain people. For example, there's certain people who I would never expect anything from because we've never had interaction. No, we've just never. I've never been in a predicament for me to do something for them.
Nigga, I know my personnel.
Me personally, I know certain people, but there's certain people.
I can't fuck with you.
Like, for example, Sonya. No matter what, Sonya always been locked in with me.
Solid.
No matter what, Sonya.
Nigga,
Bro,
she sparked us
when
up.
I was going through shit in high school, my folks, I'd go to her and she'd be like, "Yo, my parents are on the same way."
For sure.
And we'd be good. So
On the balcony,
so no matter what,
drinking sangria and shit.
that's a girl who no matter what. That's why when we had Dream the other day, I'm like, listen, we locked in because you banned that one time.
Nigga, Foley,
No matter
after my father died,
all the time.
you weren't here. P was like back and forth doing what he was doing. KD just discovered that he wanted to be an actor and shit. Nigga, I was by myself. Foley randomly, me and Foley logged in the way we logged in. And then it was just like me,
It's
Foley.
not gonna change after that.
My father died, Slim, it was me, Foley, Kojo, and Paul, who was Foley's cousin.
Yeah,
slash
Paul,
brother.
shout out Paul.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out Paul. So it's just like, bro, like,
And-
nigga, like,
and
after
Lavelle.
that, yeah,
Paul
in the
Lavelle.
for sure. And it's just like, bro, like, after shit like that, it's just like, bro, like, I was dead ass felt. I've never felt
Bro,
that alone
Keith,
in my life.
freshman year, we locked in forever.
He's a great man.
No matter what, that's my guy in them fucking OV
sure.
OV Village, 17th and Grass. No matter where I lived in Philly, Keith was
Right.
with me.
Matter of fact, I don't even know.
Keith was my guy.
I don't even know if Cheney remember this. Me and Cheney so locked in because me and him went to the 7-Eleven one day when y'all lived in the OV Village. We went to the jump. I was trying to get some, called the client. Cheney was like, "Mook, I got you." Ever since then, nigga, me and Cheney or Brandon, however you want to be acknowledged these days, nigga, we are locked in.
That's what I'm saying. And to
I don't
me,
even know if you remember that, but his dad is like, bro, like, I'm good.
And to
On
me-
8th Street not too long ago.
and to me, it's that simple. So like,
on 8th Street.
I just want to say, like, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out McKenna.
Don't take the 80-20 as disrespect.
No,
That's
it's
all I
not.
want to
No, we're
say.
not taking that.
The 92-8, like, you know what I'm saying?
but
The
when you
92,
explained it, it made sense.
that's what I'm
92
saying.
was very heavy.
The 92-8, bro, that's for the niggas I've known since I was 7 years old, bro.
That's why
7
no
years
one
old.
held you.
80-20 is everybody
But
else.
listen, we got feelings too, nigga.
But I'm saying, I know your feelings, but just don't take
That's what
my.
I'm saying. We didn't
I've
take
known a nigga for 20 years
Exactly.
versus.
Exactly.
the other 12%. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I still have you at high regards at this point. You know what I mean?
That's why I say I know my personality.
Exactly.
Because I know you.
That's what I'm saying.
Anybody that's above me has known me longer than you. At this point,
That's what I'm saying.
It's only like
Nigga.
It's like 4 people.
The 2 people I named are my father and my sister.
The 92.8 are 2 niggas, bro. That's it.
That's
it.
We get it.
That's what I'm saying. That's it, bro.
That's why it's not.
Don't get mad at my 80-20.
But this goes back to earlier about consequence.
Exactly.
Bro, what people, this is the issue. If I told my girl, like, yo, you did something, boom, 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 it don't change how I feel. It is just the truth.
I just need to
This is what I felt. So, like, when we say that Eddie, I don't think you hold us in any less.
At all.
The truth of the matter is that when any person, I promise you, when they hear stuff like that,
Yes.
you are in a low category, or they go,
sure.
oh, that's just what it is. It's not. But I know.
Because anytime it's just me and you,
Bro,
you and
exactly.
Charles, that type shit, I already know.
Philly, Miami,
like an hour ago, my nigga.
That piece of that 92 is going to seep into
Exactly.
the 80. Like, so it don't matter.
Bro,
like, I
Miami,
don't care.
bro, do I remember the first time when we brought the shirts to Miami?
Nigga.
And it was the 3 of us in the joint in the back. Bro, do you remember the first time we went to Philly to do our first interview that wasn't here?
Nigga.
Like, we I've been to
The
a
first time we
point.
did a live show here and how long we argued
Bro,
about
I talk to y'all niggas more than I
I
talk to anybody else. Bro.
I tell people this all the time.
Every day, bro.
Y'all the
Every
only
day.
2 people I talk to all the time. Like, legitimately all the time.
I don't even talk to
Sometimes I don't
the.
even talk to P. I would go above without talking to P. But
Yes.
me and P got the same way I just said. We locked in.
For sure.
And everybody is different.
Yeah.
That's your fucking kid. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I would never hold any of y'all. But the thing about it is that we all transparent.
Even me and P got a totally different relationship to what him and Charles got.
We
You
did
know what I'm
too.
saying?
My nigga P lived with me, bro. We was in Orlando, bro. That's still my guy. Bro, we do the handy out.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's all layered.
Yeah,
My thing
super
about, though,
layered.
is that if you can't talk it out like this, everybody ends up being like walking on eggshells.
And that's how you got ops, and that's why you got
Exactly.
haters.
There's nobody low key. Every time I tell niggas about the group,
Shit is
I'm
full circle.
hold on. I'm about to blow
We'll
somebody's
never-
name.
we'll
One time
never
I told
get there.
W Foxworth about the group. He was like, "Yo, you got 13 friends?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "You sure about all 13?" I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
I was like, "I'm sure about all of them."
Because I've been through some shit with all of them.
And that's my point.
How many niggas can say something? I dead ass almost got locked up with Emily there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Dominique, we good, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
Like that ass, fool. Like,
I
We
feel
good,
it, though.
brother. I feel
take
that too, though.
13 people,
Diamante got locked. He called me and Charles first.
bro. When Cal got locked, he was hitting me and Tucci. Me and Tucci literally met after work and was like, "Yo, how we gonna make this work?"
Get our man out?
Like, that's my thing about what we got. I don't need to ever talk. Devin, literally, when I first came home, I'm like, "Yo, I'm going to his shop," because I'm like, I can't come home and not fuck with my boy.
The only person I ever cheated on my barber with was Mouse, and that's because I was just like, bro, like, you said you a barber now, I'm about to support you. Dead ass. Like, niggas know that niggas don't cheat on their barber.
Come on.
But at the same time, that's my motherfucking man.
So I'm gonna go.
I'ma
I'm gonna
go
put
fuck
money in his
with you.
pocket. My man got
putting
my
money
man
in your
doing
pocket.
something. I'm gonna give him some
For
bread.
sure.
I would, bro.
And that's my
My
thing.
life
And
hectic.
me and Mouse been locked in since, like,
But I say,
so
we
long,
know Mouse
bruh.
through you and KD. Like, the
Yeah.
way this thing works is very unique because it's a lot of people who I
Shit is
think
nuts,
are in groups,
man.
but like the group is the group. But
Yeah.
each of us, like bro, the way he talks to Devontae versus the way I talk versus you is different. Ox
totally different.
is a prime example.
Yeah.
Me and Ox have been at each other's necks about to fucking kill each other.
Yeah.
To being like, yo, what you doing, homie? So like, when we going out, we got that drugs
And I met
picture.
Ock when he was like 9, 10, 11 maybe.
And I met Ock like 2017,
Exactly.
2018, real loud. Like,
You know
yo,
what I'm saying?
Exactly.
nigga, you doing great.
But
You know what I'm saying? Now
everything-
you got a kid. Now I'm over here, teaching them off some father shit.
But,
Like,
but
bro,
that's what I'm saying.
that's
Like,
crazy.
this is a very unique
Love,
thing.
Gerald.
And that's why it works because I think, unlike other relationships, people are transparent.
Like,
that's
niggas think the big group of friends can't work. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas always say niggas is backstabbing and shit.
Nah.
At us, bro, there's literally no problem. Nobody's ever wanted
Kill
it,
is
bro.
with most of us, bro. It's like we've been through shit with each other before
Forever.
we ever really locked in. Like we went through some shit with each other. And
That's
it was
all
just
I'm
like,
saying.
At that point, we was just like, all right, we're locked.
In this shit, nigga? You see this? This shit? It's the first time we ever gonna be all together in a very long
Since
fucking
like
time.
2011.
Nigga, not even
all
that.
of us are gonna be
Nigga,
together?
all of us?
Yeah,
Nigga.
in one place at one
Hey,
time.
bro.
We might break the whole city.
Bruh.
Yeah, but I mean, for me, that's all it comes down to. It's more about like the idea that that's what we are. We in it together. So like, even when a nigga feels like someone may have done them wrong, there's ways to go about it. There's ways to address it that don't fucking end up having everybody like falling out.
For sure.
And it's just like, hey, I just can't. I just say.
So that's another thing I love about our friendship. We are man enough, no matter how old we've been, no matter what the situation is. At a certain point throughout the disagreement, I was looking for a word. To get through the disagreement, we give the other person time to feel what they feel. We give ourselves time to feel what they feel. And then we actually reach out to that person individually to talk to said person. We might have that conversation in front of all of us so that we know, like, me and him are talking, and then, like, we need other points to let know, like, which one is wilding, because we know that we are all individually certain type of emotional individuals. You know what I'm saying? And then when it comes to us, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, dead ass. And then when it comes to us, niggas get emotions a little differently.
No, the group chat as well.
Exactly.
But it should be because
You know what I'm saying? And then we hold each other accountable.
first of all, we all black.
For sure.
And to be it's
That
honest.
is.
Honest to God
You
truth.
gotta put that out there.
But
even Mouse.
Even-
I give him shit, but he's black. Jesus Christ.
with being black, there's not one black experience.
For
So
sure.
we all see things from a very unique vantage point or point of view. So
Niggas that grew up and everybody grew up in a different light, man. Y'all
And
niggas,
that is crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Some niggas is-
all 13 of us lived a different
niggas is
fucking
privileged.
life.
Some niggas VA niggas, DC niggas,
But
Monk
most of us
County
are always
niggas,
VA
PJ,
exactly.
PG
But that's my
niggas,
whole point.
Bowie
Navigating
niggas,
that.
Largo niggas,
Riverdale niggas.
everything,
You
bro.
know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? It's a good collective
It's a
mix.
I was about to say, I was telling somebody that one of my mans at work, shout out Jamal, that's my good he was like, hey bro, so all you, cause he asked the same thing, he was like, son, it's really 13 y'all in the group chat. I was like, yeah bro. He was like, all y'all from the same neighborhood? And I was like, no.
No.
He was like, so where are you from? I was
Exactly.
like, I'm from Glennon. He was like, okay, so like, tell me about some of your best friends. I was like, one of my best friends from Riverdale. He was like, the other one from another side of Bricey Road. I was like, one of my man Stan from Glennon. I was like, we got like
Niggas be stabbing me as from Bowie.
Yeah. You bully niggas. Like, you been booing your whole life.
I've
Ain't
lived
no-
in Bowie a lot, but
ain't
I've
no-
lived everywhere. But that shit be
Nah, but you
Niggas be trying to bid off me off the Bowie though.
When I said the other side of Bricey Road, I was addressing you then.
Thank
Because that's
you,
where you were
man.
living when I actually met you.
Yeah, I mean, I was a lot of places.
Yeah.
Niggas
But, like,
love to
you was
bid
still-
off the.
Nah, you
The reason
the
we
boo-
Nah,
the
nah.
the boo is the staple for you,
We
buddy.
were
I know.
skipping class one time, and AK said,
Yeah, that's when I was living in Lansdowne and shit, bro.
He was like, AK
what I'm
was
saying,
just
bro.
like, he was like, oh yeah, he was like, bro, what, James? He riding my bus. I was
Bro,
like,
I was living in Lansdowne in a
oh,
little
he
minute,
was on
man.
the way out, that's good
Yeah,
enough for me.
Orlando and shit, man.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
We're gonna finish up. This is a good episode. We did a lot of unpacking. Talked a lot about our feelings.
Got a FaceTime call that threw us in the right direction.
Easy. I would have. Yeah, I would have left that alone. But you know, good vibes.
Shots for you.
Yeah, let's take a shot.
We don't know where that's going.
Take a shot for the high codes. Oh, I want to shout out some more.
Shot 'em?
Let's be taking shots. I want to shout out to Ricardo Deshawn.
Okay.
Because he says we are supposed to be the new drink champs. We don't want to take over this spot, of course, but if we're going to be the new drink champs and we're taking shots, you know, might as well just speak on it. You know
Depends
what I
on
mean?
the check. I might take their spot.
Charismatic Creations as well. If we're taking shots, we definitely got a
Shout
shot
out
you out
Creations.
too.
Her drinks are amazing.
I said
for real,
two for a reason.
She need to do more pop up.
She in
Hey,
B-Move?
Chrissy, you need to do more pop up.
She did one today at J Spot.
At the same spot we was at last time.
No.
That's
The
what I'm
Waldorf jump.
Okay.
Okay,
did
but
one
we
today.
were talking about like what she did last time. You ain't come.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
4th
like,
Street.
Yeah, the jump down 4th
I heard some
Street,
people was
the
there.
jump
And
down
then,
Nigga, do some jumps.
No.
yeah, he knows what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Forgot.
I want to go on the text message and talk about it, but ain't nobody say nothing about it. So
What text message? We can talk about
Our
it.
text message?
Yeah.
What about our text messages?
No,
Nobody
he
said
wanted
nothing
to
about
into
it.
our chat.
Nobody
about
said nothing about it.
Yeah, I would never do that.
Absolutely
Me
right.
neither.
So, but
Yeah,
I almost
certain
did it.
People like the service, like that's my thing about respect factor. What I was talking about earlier, like I would just not bring that up, not because
You know what's
figured
funny?
you
I can
was
say
there,
that.
though.
No. So what's funny is,
don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm about to say we've gotten in trouble enough.
What the fuck is that?
right? But I was about to go though.
That's how I step on niggas, Charles. That's what the fuck that is.
I was about to go. And it's gonna be like, damn, where Buddy at? I'm like, you right? Where is Buddy? I was definitely about to go though, so I'm glad I didn't go, even though I wanted to go. Say that.
It was a nice, but I was just saying like she didn't.
What
have
Drake
one-
say? Co-parent of the year. I did the right thing. Fuck out of here. Mm-hmm.
Niggas are shooting bourbon.
In the wrong glasses. I got the glasses upstairs. That's what's terrible.
You're not supposed to shoot bourbon.
I just re-racked. We still got some time if you want to do it, but if not, we can get out of here. No, I mean, I'm just saying, just re-rack. Just re-rack, you sure?
Now I'm just trying to think about.
Real fight don't start till 12.
Now I'm just kind of trying to think about
55.
what do I feel,
That's when they come out.
because I've been doing a lot better with my emotions lately.
Me too, Charles.
Like,
Can you talk about your week? You said you had a long week. Is this what we're getting into in the back half of the pod?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I was like,
Because you've been pissing me off this week. Can't lie. If we want to talk about it, you piss me off.
Son, Charles be busy with work, bro.
No. I understand.
no, well,
'Cause I'm busy too.
well,
But that's why I wasn't too mad. 'Cause I was
No,
like,
this is
this is
what
the
happened.
first time he's ever done this.
No, I honestly,
The first time he's
I've been
ever done
morbid
this.
week, and this is the honestly
And I
the
was
reason
pissed
why.
off. And I still am, but whatever.
Because normally,
80
King Joe, this is why.
listen, normally I kind of work like I work like this, like
That's what I said multiple times.
Yeah.
there's work I get
killing
paid for, and then this.
Yeah, for sure.
And then other work I don't get paid for.
Mm-hmm.
Any work I don't get paid for outside of this comes
Secondary.
after. So
So you've been getting paid this week.
no,
Been
but
doing work that
work I
I
get
get
paid for.
You been getting paid.
So,
That's what I'm saying.
I get
Nah, I
paid
feel
every
Charles,
2 weeks.
bro.
No, I'm saying you're getting
really
paid for
feel
the
Charles.
what's gotten you, what had you busy. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm sorry. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
what I'm saying
Like
is
I've been
that-
meaning to blow your whole
No,
shit
no,
up
no,
this
no, no.
last few weeks. I've tried not to.
No, the
and
issue
here we are now. So I'm glad
but
we
this
can
is
talk
just
about
the
it.
issue is that
Please.
we're basically doing new shows. A new show.
You're right.
So with the new
You have
show,
told me about that shit.
more shit has
Control
come up.
Room Charles.
Exactly.
Yeah, my
so,
bad. I'm sorry.
Time where I would normally
I'm sorry.
do this shit, like not even that I'm putting out fires. It's just that like
I'm sorry.
people don't know how to talk to people. So like the hour or two I would be editing, I'm now like, hey, such and such, this is okay. Like da da da. So I'm doing that shit at work, and then my cousin like, yo, you need to pick up my niece like multiple days a week.
Yeah.
So when I get her,
Yeah.
I don't even come home and I go home and I go straight to pick her up.
Yeah.
And depending on what her attitude is that day, some days it's good, it's
You
fine, I can work. Some days
It's a child.
she needs attention. So it's
Know
like,
the vibes.
and if Kayla not there, and it's just me and the child,
It's vibes.
then I have to like
Be-
actually pay attention to the child.
I said I'm sorry. Like 4 times. I said 4 times I'm sorry.
That's my fault because I should communicate that.
Yeah,
But
if you
then-
did, I would have been more.
Yeah,
you know.
no, it's definitely on me too. 'Cause
But I was kind of blown at like
Once
on
he
Wednesday.
started picking up his niece, I was just like,
But the knee's been picked up and pa's been edited. And this
That's
week,
what I'm
I was
saying.
just like,
This week-
okay, what the
this
fuck
week was
is
just a
going
lot
on,
'cause
Charles?
literally somebody at work tried to fight somebody else at work,
that's what I'm saying.
and I
Like,
had
me
to
and
stop
Charles-
a fight.
Me and Charles had that conversation.
Like I literally had to stop 2 grown men from trying to attack each other.
On Thursday, we had this whole
So
conversation.
after stopping them,
And so, like, at that point, if you tell
This-
me on Thursday you trying to fight, you trying to stop 2 grown men
My
from
big-
fighting,
my big-
that shit has
That's
been
wild.
boiling
my
since
big
Sunday.
bro,
Yeah,
my big
it's
bro
been
hit me was like, literally the day I stopped the fight, he was like, yo, can you pick up my niece? So I literally left work to go pick her up. It's just a lot. So like that's on me too, because I
Again,
need to-
I'm sorry.
Boom. But no,
But I was just like,
no, because honestly,
should
that be
I
me.
text this nigga and be like, yo, okay, and
Honestly, you
it's,
should have, because if you would have texted
bro,
me,
I said friendly reminder.
I would have.
The shit's on your desktop. That's what I said. I said
Yeah.
friendly reminder. I try to be nice about it. 'Cause
But-
usually, you know, I
but
come
honestly,
off
this-
strong.
No, but
And
this,
this
is
time I was
and
just
this
like,
is
yo,
honestly the
friendly
other issue.
reminder.
All the other
Uh-oh.
side projects, the script, the wine, the other shit, randomly like the last couple weeks all like hit like
We said October was gonna be a busy month for us.
yeah, man. So like it's on me a little bit for not planning.
I'm not mad at you.
Not planning well.
Not mad at
These
you.
good blessings.
Welcome back, guy.
Honestly, it
Throw
would
your
have been
axes.
easier if I was in NY. No funny shit.
No, I feel that.
Because I wouldn't be working for real, and I'd still be getting paid. So
You be locked in, not worry about
I'll be
going to
locked
the
in.
U Street shit, all that every weekend type shit.
the U Street is alright. Not gonna fake.
Charles
Good
relax.
vibes.
I'm outside next Friday.
Outside next Friday, I won't be in town, but do it for
I
me.
told you I got some smoke for you, Chad.
Be outside. Gotta redeem myself. Right? Seen a couple videos of me last weekend.
Who's your favorite bartender?
Who's my favorite
we brought that
bartender?
up, but who's your favorite bartender?
Who's my favorite bartender?
In the DMV.
In the DMV. I don't want to be biased, but I love Mackenzie, man. Like, not even like I'm trying to talk to Mackenzie. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing that. But
Have some
Mackenzie
She has a
literally,
man.
Mackenzie literally,
Make a drink.
she literally tells us, "You don't have the tab, just cash at me."
That's a good vibe.
No other bartender tells me that. No other bartender tells me that. You know what I'm saying? And she makes the drinks. Doesn't complain.
And she knows how to make a drink. Like that's
And then
how
it's
honestly-
Remy. And then it's Remy. And it's
honestly,
cognac. I drink
That's what I
cognac.
would give her over
a lot
all the
of
DC bartenders.
But who are my
That
bartenders?
time we went to Smacking, the shawty was horrible. Like literally, her friend.
Which one?
Do you remember the last time I was in
The
there with
last
Smacking
time
with
that
you?
we
We were
all
all
went
in
to
Smacking.
Which one? Was it my bartender?
No,
Okay then.
She knows how to make a drink.
she doesn't make a drink.
That's what I'm
The
saying.
other
But
one-
it's not. So she knows how to make a
But how
drink,
many
right?
bartenders per shift know how to make
That's
a
a
drink?
good point.
But she knows how to make a drink. They can know how to make a
You're
drink,
being biased right now.
but none of them are gonna tell you, you don't have to pay this tab. Just cash app.
I understand that.
That separates Mackenzie from everybody
I
else.
get what you're saying.
That separates everything
But
from
we're
everybody
also
else.
mans with her though.
That's what I'm saying.
But it separates everything from
But
everybody
we're
else.
mans with her.
So I
though.
like my
You have to put that
bartender
into
at
account.
Smacking. I like her. But that still doesn't put her over the top of Mackenzie
I
because
like
you're telling
Mackenzie
me.
more than Mirror.
Mirror is nice.
You gotta relax.
Honestly, my two favorite
Nigga, I
bartenders are
smoke-
Shantae and Dre.
Outback, I feel that.
I can't do the PG life. But I haven't experienced it yet. Since I've been.
Outback was nice.
I'm trying to tell you.
Outback was nice.
This nigga bought out Jasper's
he didn't
2
even
nights
see
ago.
that.
What are you
I didn't
saying?
even see Dre.
Dre was
I pulled up
Nah.
big shift Outback.
Dre was cool
nice.
as shit. Dre was
You
cool as
seen
shit.
Dre.
He made me want to drink and I wasn't even drinking.
Bro,
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
That's, how
That's
Fat
my-
Man
that's
made
why-
He
it.
said you want me to pull and that. I was like, damn, I might want one of these too,
Bro.
nigga. Let me just get another water though. I'm gonna chill out.
That's-
Get
that's
another
what I'm
water.
saying.
Was in that joint. Son, we went
He's my
day
favorite
shift,
bartender.
And Fat Man was like, Cuz was making drinks behind the bar, and Fat Man was just like, hey son, what's that? Alright, let me get one of them.
Yeah.
Type shit. You know what I'm saying?
My old
cute good people too.
my old
That's
bar
his name?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
my
for
old
sure.
bartender was my favorite,
Yeah.
but she tried to scam me on some money, so
that's what I'm saying. That's why I didn't
you're
bring
never
her
gonna
up.
watch this, but if you do,
She might.
sick and tired of you. We done.
I've been people we get hey, them views is getting up on the YouTube. Joe.
Absolutely. You know your name.
My thing about the bartenders
Brother,
in
you been
particular
petty
is
now.
that
She know who she is.
I
never
haven't met a
watched it.
bartender since
back to
like
H3 since.
what for sure. So for a long time, he might have. I haven't met. I haven't think of.
I don't know about you, but I'm saying I said we for a
I
reason.
haven't
that's
been
true.
A Street in a long time.
Yeah, I can't think of the
I'm
last
saying, I feel like
bartender
last time you went, I was with you.
that I was actually enamored with them being a bartender. Like them being a bartender was
I
like,
think I like Mackenzie's
Gigi.
skills though.
Focus Gigi.
Gigi definitely did a good job.
that was a good.
I wanna
you're
go
right.
back. I wanna go back.
Gigi was clutch.
Yeah.
My thing about Dre and Shantae is that they make the experience worth it. Like they're
Yeah,
legitimately.
they be talking to you,
know what I'm
talking
saying?
banter back to back.
I'm
You know what I'm
saying,
saying? Talking that hood shit,
honestly,
all that shit. They be cool.
When Lowe used to be in Mad Hatter,
You gotta relax.
I used to be in that joint heavy. That was my Lowe used to be
Nah,
one of
my
my.
shot.
She did used
Lowe
to
used
work in that
Lowe used to
joint.
be one of my favorite.
I only went there
bartenders.
once.
sure.
Only went there once.
Mad
She
Hatter.
seems like a very great bartender.
She's good
like
vibes.
she has the
Fuck with love.
she has the energy for bartenders.
Fuck
She
with
knows
love.
the brews.
Yeah,
For
she knows
sure.
her shit.
She know the whiskey too.
Honestly, I said that I only told a few people this, but she's like in like 2012. I definitely bit a lot of her swag. Like I definitely like.
Are we adding this out? Or you gonna keep that?
Nah,
practice?
I've told. I think I've I've told people before, like, she's one of the few women who, like,
Tie-dye.
I legit,
No,
bro,
I remember.
like,
Vans.
when I, like, kind of, like, was like, oh, wow, you're mad dope, shawty.
Real Moco Virginia.
I was literally like, I was like a vampire. I like sucked all I sucked all the swag she had.
Shout out to Lo.
I was about to say something, but I'll say that till we get off the pod.
Yeah, her like low key. If you know me like 2012, like that aesthetic was definitely
Charles,
a lot of
you're being
hers.
nasty right now.
I'm honest. Being honest. I'm being like there's only a few chicks who
Next
I've
up.
ever literally like bit their swag. She was one of them. I was like, I fuck with her. I was like, she got good vibes.
I feel that.
So she shout out to Lo. Lo got good swag. She good vibes. She good people. Chicks don't be having good swag sometimes.
That's a fact.
But when they do,
I wish the lady that FaceTime me was.
you know who else got good swag?
God.
I done definitely been a lot of swag from Danielle and her friends.
I haven't been around her.
Then when she was in Brooklyn, a lot of her friends, I used to be like, okay. I was like, I feel it.
I
Like,
do want to get to know her friends.
a lot of binding of the friends. So shout out to Danielle. I've been a lot of swag from her.
Good energy though. For the like 15 seconds I was around her at the wine tasting,
Her energy is definitely
I
high.
went to the bathroom, came out, definitely stepped off. I was like, I got moves to make.
Her energy is for sure high. Like she's
I should have stayed at y'all's that night.
she has a very encompassing aura. I've never been around her
I
and
left, Summer was
people
still there.
ain't been fucking with the vibes. She's good vibes.
This nigga man,
As a
just,
person.
I'm just not talking.
She had a great birthday party for me. She threw like a great birthday for me once.
She did though.
If you honestly,
Was
if
it
you
19?
no. The 19 was the Parker. This was like 2019.
I said 2019.
I thought you said was it 19?
No,
like,
not the year.
Oh
19.
yeah.
I
No,
know
no,
the year
yeah.
19. Charles,
No, she
come
threw
on,
a
Charles.
great party for me. Like at
What
a
was it?
drag bar. Like I don't
Yeah.
even fuck with shit like that. But her friend worked at a drag bar. She was like, "Come through." It was
Nigga, she
me,
got you a
Bab,
cake, all that.
me, Bab, and my Ism loves you on the cake. It was like, yo.
She know what it is.
Ever since that day, was again super high on my list of
For
people.
sure.
Like,
Bruh, should be holding weight, bro.
like you on my birthday, you bought me a cake. Wow, I'm basic as fuck. So as you can see,
No, you're not. Charles, you're not basic. You're
it
human.
takes very little.
You're not basic. You're
You
human.
bought me a cake.
You're not basic. You're human.
That's a good point. Humans are basic. Though.
Yeah, exactly. I feel that, but at the same time, they're very vain as well.
Ooh, very true. Very
So
true.
it's just like with the vanity and all the extra shit, you take away from the shit that you actually care about. So it's just like if you care way more about vanity and the dunya and all this, you low key forget about all the beauty that Islam. I said Islam. Allah has brought into your life. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you forget about all the basic stuff like breathing, walking.
Yo, low
Shit
key,
like that.
I was thinking about the other day, breathing. You never realize you can't breathe or your breathing is fucked up until it's fucked up.
Bruh.
Like we breathe every day with no thought. Like no one is like, oh, I'm breathing. And then the one day, like you have like you swallow water and it goes down the wrong pipe,
Yes.
and you're like, oh my god, I can't breathe. It's like you be thinking about breathing. It's like nigga,
So you sleep.
that's my thing. You know, sleeping is like the closest thing you're
Your
gonna
body
get
does
to death.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why low key,
Bruh, you sleep.
Like,
the
low
fact
key-
that your body needs sleep
low key. That's
in
why I
order
think
to do things.
that's why I think death ain't gonna be that bad because it's like we sleep a lot.
Death itself isn't that bad. It's more so what happens after. And
Well,
I think
none
that's
of us
what
know.
scares
That's
people.
the beauty of it.
That's another debate for another episode.
Yeah, no one. People think they know for sure. No one knows.
I don't know for
You
sure.
know anyone who's? You know
That's
anyone?
died before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I'm like, do they know what happened during their death? They can tell you what they think, but like, if I lose consciousness for 20 seconds, I'm dead. In theory.
I know people that have died for minutes.
Okay, 3, 5, 10. If you 20 seconds versus 2 minutes, you still dead.
Legally dead, nigga. That's a different thing. You don't know what that person went through.
I don't do illegality like.
No, Charles, no, I feel you. I just say legally dead because like for the listeners. But it's just like when it comes like if your body is not
Holding your breath versus not being able to breathe are two different things.
no for sure.
So
But I'm
if you're-
talking about like people fighting to bring you back. Like
that's
type
my point.
shit.
So whether it's 2 minutes or 20 seconds, yeah, we're dead, my nigga.
I feel that.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not arguing that there are levels to this because there's levels to trauma. So like if there's someone has more trauma, for sure. But whether you were dead for 2 minutes or 30 seconds, you were were still. There was a point in your life where you were not
that's what I'm saying.
conscious.
Like I know multiple people that have like been. That's why I said legally dead.
Kofi has been legally dead multiple times.
I'm shocked.
Multiple times.
So it's just like I know multiple people that have been legally dead from different circumstances.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it been
Drugs, whatever it be.
Come on. So
That's
it's
not
like,
what
you
you're
know
talking
what I'm
about.
saying? And then both times, both of them felt like whatever happened during that time
During
span
that time?
and the shit that they seen and felt like eternity.
But how is that any different than someone who was knocked out, sleep, conscious, telling you they dreamed it?
No, for sure. I don't know.
Exactly.
I ain't been there.
And I ain't been, that's all I'm
Like,
saying.
I've been in one place,
But I've been asleep though.
but I ain't never been in the other one.
But I've been asleep and I know what that feels like.
That's why I said I've been in one place. I ain't never been in the other one.
Yeah.
And that's why I say when it comes to like the death shit, it's totally different. Because
It's
like
levels. It's
one
levels
of
for
the people I know,
She?
their life. I'm not going to say she or he. Their life.
There's only two genders, so.
Charles, I feel you. But like if I say she or he, you can narrow it down. You know what I'm saying?
50%. half of the world. Like, okay.
But like we know a lot of the same people, so it's just like you know what I'm saying. So when it's just like with shit like that, it's just like bro, like you know what I'm saying. Like I just let it be. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I'm big on. I wasn't there. I'm very big on. I wasn't
Even if
there.
I was there, I still wasn't there.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least on record. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, like, I wasn't there. So it's just like, I can't explain that. But, like, the sleep and even dreams, like, it's levels to the dream shit.
It's my point. That's all I'm trying to say.
Matter of
That,
fact,
like,
you know what? I'm going to just stop talking because you're absolutely
that's
right.
the only thing I'm trying to say
You're
is that
absolutely right. I know what point you're trying to make.
life
Go ahead and
and
make your
death
point.
is a very finite thing. So if you say, hey, I'm dead, whether you were dead for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 2 minutes, or 3 days, shout out Jesus, you were still dead, my nigga.
Allegedly.
So whatever that comes with it comes with it. So if someone, let's say someone is a coma for 3 months,
That's vicious.
and then they wake up out of a coma,
That's going to feel like eternity.
that's what I'm saying. Now legally they're not dead. By all the definitions we talked about, they're not dead. But we all know what that.
But you can be in a coma and be brain dead. That's technically you dead.
That's not the legal definition of dead.
I know.
And that's
If you
my
brain
only
dead,
point.
You dead though.
Vegetative state.
Not legally.
But
Legally, you're not.
But there's
medically,
people
you're
exactly,
dead.
and there's people who have
Medically,
woke
you're
up from
dead.
that vegetative state. Like,
Which
so
is
what?
crazy.
So what's
because people
Monday?
thought that was an anomaly or a miracle.
That's my. That's all I'm saying. That this is.
We're here.
This is. As you guys can see, sometimes we talk about death, and
Good things can come from it.
listen.
Like we used to be very morbid on here about death.
Sometimes this is another issue with Americans. Y'all don't talk about death enough. Talk about death more. That way you could deal with it when it actually happens.
Americans are scared of death because they know they've been sinning and they know they're not going to heaven.
Ooh.
That
Some
is.
people don't believe in heaven though.
I mean, that's cool. Hey, bro, whatever religion you live in, I just know that there's a creator in all of them. And I know
That's what I would argue.
and I know for a fact that in all three of them as well, you have to answer for shit that you did.
Big three: Judaism, Christian, Islam.
And Islam. You know what I'm saying? Like the big three. You know what I'm saying?
But there's other Buddha.
Yeah, for sure. Even then, you still got to answer for your crimes answer for your sins or your wrongdoings. You know what I'm saying? When you perish.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's one thing I've gathered. Like, there's a creator. You got to answer for it, and all of them asking you to do good.
Yeah, that's what
So
someone told me that one time. That like all the religions, no matter what, the baselines are the
Son,
same.
Your 10th grade teacher in high school, I believe it was.
Mr. Lee.
Yeah. So it's just like, bro, like.
I was in 8th grade.
8th grade. Okay, cool. I just knew it was a Catholic school.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to that type shit, bro, it's like, fool, like, whatever you follow, whoever your guidance is, religion, all that, spiritual guidance, all that, it's just like, bro, you got to answer for, like you said earlier, we're born, we live, we die. That's a guarantee in all three.
That's the one thing all of us,
All
no
of
matter
us,
who,
that we all got in common.
rich, poor, black, white,
For
man,
sure.
woman, gay,
And
straight,
sickness,
da da
illness,
da.
all that, bro. Like, we got to deal with that shit.
Born,
So it's just
live,
like,
die.
and it's just like, why you here? And there's one thing about Islam is really told me, it's just like, bro, like, I'm not living for here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit permanent. Like, there's a reason why we feel pain. There's a reason why we get sick. There's a reason why, like, certain dumb shit happened to us. Like last Friday, lost my phone on the train, didn't get too blown. Like got a new phone literally hours later. You know what I'm saying? Like alhamdulillah, you know what I'm saying? Like not too many people could get a phone stolen and then get another phone like literally 8 hours later. Like I was blessed enough to do that. So it's just like fool, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Allah tests us like for God, Yahweh, you know what I'm saying? However you want to pronounce their name. You know what I'm saying? Whoever you follow.
Felt the Yahweh.
Nah, for real. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? That's African.
Agape.
You know what I'm saying? All that. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Whoever you follow,
think
it's just
that's
like,
God.
bro, like when we leave this physical being that we're like, once we're
We're
done once we're done with this, once we tarnish this experiment, we have to go on to our we have to go on to our creator and answer for things that we did while we were experimenting. And so it's there like with that in mind, it's just like fool, like there's a lot of shit I gotta repent for already in the 20 years of life, even though like I'm about to be Muslim for 3 years, and when you revert, then like you get a clean slate. Like I don't feel that way personally as a revert. Like I've done a lot of shit, and the reason why I was brought to Islam was for a reason. And like the repenting I'm doing is not just for me, but also for my mother, my father, my grandmother, my grandfather, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Whoever diverted away from the ways of Islam, or like just having a monotheistic view of the world or universe, however you want to word it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I'm answering for shit that has shit that I don't even know about. Like the consequences I've been having to deal with in this life, some of this shit probably I ain't even had to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Some of it probably like some of my decision making, some of it may not be my decision making. You know what I'm saying? Like my father leaving, some of the shit that had to deal with that wasn't my decision. It's just shit that I had to deal with. You know what I'm saying? My mother going through what she did, going through, like, that wasn't my decision. I just had to roll with the punches. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm answering for shit. And it's just like, all right, cool. Like, so all the tests that Allah, Yahweh, you know what I'm saying, all the Jesus, whoever, you know what I'm saying, your spiritual guidance fills you with, it's just like, all right, cool. Like, I don't really give a fuck, bro. Like, I'm not living for this vanity space. I'm not living for popularity, none of this shit. Like, bro, like, I'm really just want to be a good nigga, bro. Like, I really just want to be a good human being, get back to society type shit. And it's just like, Charles told me the first day we met, there's nothing wrong with just trying to be a good person.
Nothing wrong with being a good person.
Literally. Regardless of how that makes you feel, regardless of like how that makes somebody else feel, being a good person is all we're here to do. And like, bro, like, and it's one thing that Islam has told me is just like, bro, like, just be good. But have intent behind you being good. Like, if you want to be good, like, put intent into it. Like, think it out before you actually do it.
Be good people.
You know what I'm saying? Like, think about the effects that your issues may have. Like, all right, you doing good for this person, but it might fuck up somebody else.
That's what we're leaving at. Be good people. That's all we have for you.
I'm about to roll up.
I got a question.
Talk to me.
If your old work cops a child, what's the initial first thought? I'm just curious.
What do you mean by old work, Charles? Because I got some old works.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know?
Oh, you
Nah.
Oh, you didn't know?
I knew before you. Nigga,
Bro, I don't be. I'm not on the internet these
I'm in the
days.
close friends.
Yeah, she got it. She did it. Yeah, she got it.
I'm in the close friends. Yeah.
Should we call?
Oh, I've talked to him about it.
I'm in the close
Oh, I've talked to him about
So
it.
she dropped in the close friends. I ain't know what to do. No, don't go nowhere. No, don't do that yet. Don't do that yet.
Hey, let's end the episode. The episode ends
Please don't do that yet. Please. We gotta cut it now. All right.